Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Jace, aka Skizzy. Welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 30 of our 1.16 survival let's play. Oh my gosh, we are 30 episodes in, and that's a pretty big number. Like, it just hit me that we are actually so far into this series. Doesn't really seem like we've done too much, but in today's episode, we are going to be doing a pretty monumental thing of building our real first, like, true mob farm of, like, creepers, zombies, skeletons, because at the moment, we only have a slime farm, we only have a spider farm, and that's kind of like our only, oh, we have a blaze farm, too. So, we don't really have any of, like, we have all, like, the crazy mobs, but we don't have any of the basic mobs, so it's kind of weird that we did it kind of in reverse. But today we're going to be making just a simple mob farm, and the reason that is because we need gunpowder for our rockets, because in the last few episodes, we got these bad boys. These right here, these wings, and we need to get some rockets because or else we can't use them. Behind me are the goals that we need to accomplish in today's video in order to get our overall goal of building our mob farm done. Our very first goal today is going to be to gather the materials for the mob farm. We already kind of got quite a bit of them gathered up, but we do need a few other things. We also need to build the mob farm, and then we have our third goal of use the new mob farm, the droppings, mostly basically just the gunpowder, and then also use our brand new sugarcane, our sugarcane farm that we built in the last episode, and we need to craft up our very first rockets from those two new farms, because I think that's going to be kind of cool. And then lastly, we need to get a brand new creeper fighting friend, because I've been seeing some creepers around the base, and they're starting to scare me. And we also have two little kittens, so we might as well make a third. Up first, though, we do have to gather all the materials for the mob farm, and in here you can see this is kind of mostly everything we're going to need other than like the building blocks aspect of it and the water. So we're going to be building Gnembons' farm. I've built this farm in Let's Plays before, but this is originally from Gnembon, and I will link his video down in the description. But we're going to be using dispensers, observers, a lever, a comparator, some redstone, and some repeaters. So that's basically most of the farm. We only really need the redstone torch for, like, just to get the farm really kind of powered and stuff. You don't really actually need that if you don't want to use it. It depends on what kind of clock you're going to be using. If you're going to be using a comparator, then you don't need it. But if you want to just use like a standard redstone clock, then you could use that. So that's why I put it down here. But we need to go ahead and grab all of this. We can leave that because we're not going to be using that one. We also in here have quite a bit of stone bricks, and we also need to grab the bucket and craft up a few more buckets. So now that we basically have everything, I think we are going to build this mob farm somewhere over here, kind of in our like little industrial mountain thing that we have going on. We have our villager breeder, we have our iron farm, we have our brand new sugarcane farm right there, and I think we're going to build our mob farm somewhere over here. I didn't even know there were llamas over here. We need to bring one of those guys over to our base soon, but I think we're going to build the mob farm somewhere over here, right over here. This seems like a good area right here. So I think this is where we're going to set up shop. Let's throw down one of these guys. We need to throw down our shulker box as well. So let's place that. We're going to place that down and throw that in our inventory. And now we need to build out the bare bones of the farm. So I went ahead and elevated this up just a few blocks. We are going to be using magma blocks to kill the mobs, but what we're going to do to build the mob farm itself, you need to grab your dispenser, come up, and then we're going to make this super easy. We're just going to go up 2 blocks like that, place in another dispenser, go up 2 blocks like that, another dispenser, 2 blocks, another dispenser, and you guessed it, 2 blocks and another dispenser all the way up. So now that you have your pillar all built up, we are going to build another pillar on the side here, and we're going to make this super easy. We're going to get rid of those 2 blocks, place an observer on the top. So now, basically, it's going to be taking the signal from the top and going all the way down. This is going to power this block, which is going to release the water. We're going to do that all the way up. We're going to come up a few blocks, get rid of those 2 blocks, place the observer, go up a few blocks, and you guessed it, get rid of those 2 blocks, place another observer, do that all the way up. So now you should have something that looks like this, where there's a dispenser space, a observer facing down, dispenser space, observer facing down, dispenser space, etc, etc. Now what we're going to do, let's grab a few of these stone slabs. We need to build up just a little bit to get to this level, and what we are going to do is place in our very first slab here. So this is a spawnable space for mobs. Mobs can spawn on half slabs that are on the top block. So what we're going to do is come out 7 on each side. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The reason that is water travels 8 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go out 7 on each, and we're going to fill it out at a diagonal pattern. So let me come over to here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. That's going to be 8 total, and we're just going to fill in these sides like this and just come in at a diagonal pattern. So you're going to go over 1, down, over 1, down, over 1, down, just like that, filling in the whole thing, and it should have kind of like a diagonal pattern, something like that. So when you look at this, it is a diagonal pattern. We're going to do that for all 4 sides. All 4 sides are in place, and the water in here, so if I go ahead and use this lever to somehow power it, is that going to work? That's going to push the lever off the edge, but I do need that. As you can see, if mobs were right here, they would get fully pushed off in the edge, and down here we are eventually going to place in some magma blocks. Where'd that torch, or not torch, the lever. I need the lever. We need to unpower that now, something like that. Get that lever back. Quick demonstration for you guys. Do I have some rockets on me? I do. Let's go up here. So now looking at this farm, you can see we're going to build these platforms all the way up. Do you guys see that right above my head? Wow, that looks cool. Yeah, so from down here, I actually really like the fact that we have some bigger builds over there because they look just enormous. So let's go ahead and fly over there. As you can see, we've put a roof on it, and I will explain that here in a second. Fly over our little iron farm. There are some mobs in there because I don't have it lit up. The only place I've placed torches is at the top here because I don't want any mobs to spawn up here whatsoever. Down there on the farm, I do want it to spawn. So up here, we are going to actually start working on the redstone aspect of this farm. We have yet to place in the water, and the reason that is because we don't really have a killing system in place yet, so I don't want a bunch of mobs to collect at the bottom. But for now, I am going to go ahead and place in the redstone, and we don't even have to turn it on. Let's go ahead and replace one of those torches. We need to grab this stuff, redstone repeaters. We need to grab our comparator, our lever, and that's it. So what we're going to do is place in the repeater on top of that. This is what's going to power that that dispenser right there. So we're going to place in a row of repeaters going this way, row of repeater this way. We're going to connect them up and then connect a comparator on one side. So considering we have 18 repeaters, let's go ahead and do 9 on each side. So we'll do a few on this side. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that, and we'll do 9 going back the opposite direction like so. And we are going to place this on 4 because we want this to be as long as possible. The reason that is we want the water to be out long enough so that the mobs get pushed off the side, but we also want it to be long enough so that there's time for mobs to spawn, because when the water retracts, it does take a second for the mobs to be able to spawn in that spawning space where the water was, where they previously couldn't. So we need to account for that time as well. So now we're going to place in some redstone right here. We're going to link up those sides. So signal's going to come around here, come to this side, and over here is where we're going to place in the comparator. Because the redstone is going this direction, we are going to place in a comparator there like that. We need to click it so it's on subtract mode. We need to power that guy, and we're going to see a pulse go all the way around and just link it up with a redstone. So it's going to come all the way around, and you probably heard some stuff fire. It's going to come back, and then it's going to actually stop on this way around and refire, something like that. So if we come down here at the very bottom, you might be able to see some water because some of them do have the water right there. It's going to go out, then it should retract here shortly. That guy got pushed off. It's going to retract, then something is going to be able to spawn there. Zombie villager, you would be good. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. All the mobs are spawning. I don't want that to happen, so we're actually going to go back up to the top and turn it off for now. And the easiest way to do that is just to click this guy right here. What I think I'm going to do though is now I need to go ahead and place in all of the water as well as place in some of the magma blocks. So we're flying in. We now need to place in the last water bucket right on this level. Let's go in here, not that one, this one right here. We need to place in that water bucket. All the other levels do have their water buckets in place now. So let's go ahead and jump off here, fly off. I want all those mobs to despawn. So this is basically what I've been doing, trying to get all those guys to despawn, place in the 2 water buckets, the top and the bottom, and then fly back, something like this. That just looks, for some reason, this farm just looks so cool. We're probably going to see a bunch of them start spawning in as I get closer. But now, if we go to the top here, we should be able to turn this on, and we are going to see this whole thing work. So let's go ahead and fly down here. We're going to turn around, get a nice little glide on the way back. All of that water, see all that water come out? Let's flip around. flip around here, we're going to get so much from this, and it should retract just like that. Everything should spawn, and then it should get pushed off. And you guys are probably like, okay, well now how do we kill them? So what we're going to do is go into the nether, get a ton of magma blocks, and fill out the bottom here. And underneath, we're going to have a hopper minecart on a track that is going to pick up everything and unload it into a chest. I actually forgot, but in this chest, we have a ton of magma blocks from the slime farm down there that we didn't use. We got way too much. So I think I'm going to grab, you know, a few stacks of these, bring it over there. We also need some hopper minecarts and some like hoppers, as well as some chests. So I'm gonna get all those materials and then build out our little collecting system. So now flying into the mob farm, you can see there are a ton of mobs, and we also have in the magma blocks. If we can get up to the top here and turn this guy on, we could probably witness a pretty large killing of mobs. Let's come down here, fly down here, and they're already tracking me anyway, but they're getting all pushed off. Look at that. So many mobs. He's kind of fighting it, and oh, he actually survived. Well, that's interesting. So all the other ones are falling off though, which is pretty good. Well, squad, the mob farm is completely done. I am proud to say that, mostly because it took about 3 hours to build. The longest thing that it took to build was definitely the collection system, just because it was kind of hard. When you do it, definitely do the collection system before you place in the magma. That way it's really easy to place in rails. What I had to do, because I placed in the magma and I was too stubborn to like get rid of the magma after I placed it, I had to go to like each side, and I'll dive into that here in a second. But that's the mob farm over there. We can go ahead and fly over there, and it is working, and it has been collecting some mob droppings here for a little bit. I like just turned it on right when I came over here, so there wasn't too many mobs going through the system. So we can see some mobs falling off right there, and if we come up here, it is on and it is working. I literally just turned it on. So down here at the bottom, we have yet to cover it up. It is still extremely bare bones. We can see there's a minecart that's going back and forth under all of those magma blocks. How you do that doesn't really matter. I was going to just completely go all the way across, back and forth, even through the middle section. Then I realized that that was going to take a lot of time. So what I started doing is going back and forth just at like a diagonal kind of pace over there. This farm is working great, and I'm really glad I built it, because now what we can do is take out some of the gunpowder. We have 5 gunpowder there. We can come over here. I think we have a chest right here. Come down here. We're going to grab some sugarcane, and what we're going to do, convert that into some rockets. We're down to 4 rockets. So now I feel a lot more comfortable now that the sugarcane farm is going, and we're getting continuously more and more paper there, as well as getting a lot more gunpowder. Now that this is finally on and finally working, finally collecting, this farm, it's pretty intimidating. This is pretty crazy. Final look at the mob farm. Get some spawns in there, and the water should come off pretty soon. Push those guys. Yeah, it seems to be working, and we should be getting quite a bit of drops here over some time. I could basically kind of like set up a little AFK here in the dirt or something, and this farm is going to work by itself. This farm's going to work by itself. The iron farm's going to work by itself, and our little baby generator is also going to work by itself. So we have a nice little industrial district starting up over there. Back over at the base though, at the gold board, we can get rid of quite a bit of our goals here, and we just have our very last goal of get a brand new creeper fighting friend. In the barrel here, you can see we have 5 raw cod. What I think I'm gonna do, click Tommy over here. Come on, buddy. We're gonna go over here to Skitty, and we're gonna see which one comes out. So it's gonna either be the brown one or the white one. So I think let's get both of you guys. Nope, come over here, dude. Nope, you stay here. We're gonna get you ready, and I'm gonna say brown. Brown? Was I right? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it was a brown one. So we now have a brand new kitty. Nope, stay. And is he? Do I need to do anything? Oh wait, he's already my cat. Okay, so he's gonna stay right there, I guess, for now. I gave him. He's hungry. I gave him 3 cod already. But I need a name for him. I do have a name tag already from these villagers. So in the comments down below, give me a name for this guy right here, and I'll give you a nice little shout out. Now I'm back at the goal board. That is all of our goals done for the day. We have a brand new mob farm, which I'm going to go ahead and AFK with for quite some time, and hopefully get quite a bit of gunpowder as well as some sugarcane. So I'm super excited for that. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, I hope I earned your guys' like and subscribe. And if you guys haven't yet, if you guys are on Discord and like Discord servers and you want to be in a nice like Skizzy Squad server where we're a nice community talking about Minecraft, talking about data packs, all that stuff, I am going to have a server eventually for you guys to join. And that is going to be super fun. So if you want to hear about some updates on that, go ahead and pop over on our Discord. The link is in the channel art, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.